Welcome back, ODHtv, Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 4, Episode 9. Let's talk about what happened. But did you see that graphic on the trailer? We actually have to wait till 2026 for Season 5. Come on, man, for real. But anyway, did I call it or did I call it? 95% of what I said was going to happen happened in this video except for one thing. And that was that meeting that they had at that diner where it was Kanan, Jukebox, and Rock. I really thought, I don't know why I thought this because this is Power Universe, but I really thought that Rock was going to be able to talk some sense into Kanan. But he's so far gone, it's just stupid now. But back to Crystal and her demise. I told you in that other video, in that basement where they were holding her, that blurry figure that was walking in was Pop's. And I said she was going to be the one that was going to take out Crystal. And so from there, we wound up with Pop taking her to somewhere and making her a peanut butter jelly sandwich. And Crystal spilled the beans and let Pop know that Kanan believes it's Rock that killed Famous. But I tell you, they wasted no time getting rid of Crystal. At least she got a bite of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Pew! So now Snap and Pop know that Kanan believes that it's Rock that took out Famous.
Fame, OC, Crystal.
You don't know that all that's connected though.
Kanan and Jukebox meet up at the diner to talk. Kanan didn't know that Jukebox also called Rock so that they can have a conversation. And of course the conversation didn't go well. Rock told Kanan that she had nothing to do with any of those deaths, but Kanan said, well, maybe if you're not directly involved, it's because you messed over so many people, then it's gotta be related to that. Either way, it's your fault. And he got up and he left. They're really making Kanan just as stubborn as Unique with the same one-track mind. Then we have the detectives coming in and they're questioning Lou and B. Rilla about the shooting outside the studio. Another prediction I got 100% right. I made a whole video explaining why she couldn't be working with the police. And that she would give Lou an alibi, which she did. She just didn't like doing it. Later on, she meets up with Lou and cuts him off.
And I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone that I don't trust.
She also told him that she told Lowell that she doesn't want to work with him in any more of the projects. But I don't think he cared. This dude was smirking the whole time. Marvin's walking out of his house and Early Tyler was waiting for him to confront him about what happened to Londell and let him know he thinks that he did it.
Ain't had nothing to do with what happened to your cousin.
But Early Tyler wasn't believing him. He kept pressing him, and finally Marvin just had enough.
You gonna do about it, Early?
Should have took Early out with Londell. But check this out. They only play this sound when it has to do with Marvin and Stefano. An example is one of the other times they did it is when Rock was asking Marvin about his secret meetings about Stefano. It's the sound of a ticking clock, like Marvin's on borrowed time. Kanan pays a visit to Crystal's stepfather while he's at work. He's a janitor in some building. He figures he might know where Crystal might be.
I don't know where Crystal at.
But Kanan wasn't trying to hear that. He started remembering what Crystal told him and decided to beat this guy down, and then gave him the weakest kick in Power history.
Crystal told me you like to creep in the middle of the night.
Dirty mop water? Alright, I guess. Then we have David at the Alternate Lifestyle Club who goes to the bathroom and get even more high, runs into E-Tone and gets taken out. Pew! Hasta la pasta, David. Meanwhile, Jukebox and Mara meet up at the park. Mara tells Jukebox that Detective Garcia has been coming around asking questions, and that he also started telling her a bunch of things about Jukebox.
I'll make sure he doesn't bother you again.
What does that mean? I mean, I don't think Detective Garcia is gonna stop unless somebody makes him stop, so...
Are you okay?
Nah, she's not. Not knowing David is not with us anymore, she gets to the transport facility and realizes that Terry's wife is taking over. So Stefano is having a meal with his buddies and Early Tyler runs up in there like a little kid telling his father that Marvin won't give him back his toys.
I need to talk to you about Marvin Thomas.
The fact that Early Tyler didn't even wait to be alone and said that name in front of everybody means that they're gonna ask Stefano about what's going on, so even if Stefano wanted to hide it, he can't. So Rock is letting Marvin know everything that happened with David. They have no transport for their product, but she says she has storage where she can put it until they do have new transport. Marvin suggests they talk to Stefano, but Rock said the same thing that Unique said. She's tired of checking with these Italian dudes for every step she makes.
So, what's been going on?
Jukebox meets up with Aisha at a pastry shop. Upon leaving, they run into Detective Garcia. Aisha and Jukebox are really connecting again, and Aisha does not want to leave Jukebox alone with this guy. Aisha, in front of Detective Garcia, makes Jukebox promise to call her when she gets home.
Promise.
Garcia tells Jukebox he's going to keep showing up at inopportune moments until she decides to work with him. Jukebox pretty much tells him to step off. When Jukebox leaves, he's still looking in the direction of where Aisha was walking, which could mean he's going to start bothering Aisha and her family, which might not end well for Garcia. Kanan goes to Unique's tailor shop to confront him and find out if he knows anything about what happened to Crystal. So while they're out back, Breeze is telling Kanan that he had nothing to do with Crystal, OC, or Famous. Of course, he lied about OC.
That my issues with Rock, not you.
Then he says, I know you're not going to tell me you didn't have anything to do with putting my brother down.
That was me. I did that, and I'll do it again.
But Breeze told him he didn't have any real love for his brother anyway. And that's when he starts manipulating Kanan against Rock, pretty much telling him the same type of things that Kanan told Tariq in the original Power series. So I've been saying that Unique is Breeze forever, and giving an explanation why. I need somebody to give me an explanation as to why he's not Breeze instead of just saying it doesn't make sense. I need a real explanation.
You and me join forces?
There was only one thing missing from this scene. Remember this scene?
What did they say he did?
Whatever they saying he did that shit.
So just to satisfy my brain, I need Unique to say, yo, whatever you think she did that shit. Anyway, when Kanan came out the shop, Rock was watching. And Unique is back inside telling Akbar how much he likes Kanan. Rock and Marvin sit down with Stefano to let him know about their transportation problems. Stefano tells him he has some trucks that they can use in the short term and then asks to speak with Rock alone. And that's when Stefano tells Rock that Marvin is trying to replace her. But it's actually the opposite because Stefano went to Marvin to ask Marvin to try to replace Rock, but Marvin wasn't having it. Rock doesn't believe anything Stefano's saying right now. Marvin, waiting outside for Rock, sees a little girl getting off the bus and starts thinking about Gerald's daughter Amber. That's when Rock comes out and lets him know that Early came through and told Stefano everything. Back at the label, Lowell tells Lou he can't have all this criminality associated with his label. Lou tells him he's for the streets anyway, and he quits.
Nigga, you told me you was gonna look out for me and my people.
Lou tells B Rilla he's not at the label anymore, and B Rilla's upset now because he thinks that Lowell's gonna drop him from the label because the only reason why he was there was because Lou brought him there. He tells Lou he needs money, he needs work, and he's not afraid to get dirty in the street, so keep him in mind. Meanwhile, Marvin's at Amber's school and he's talking to one of the faculty members who informs him that Amber hasn't been in school in weeks, and that every time they call the house, they just say she's sick. Marvin wants an address and pays the guy off. Kanan is at home with Jukebox. He calls about 30 hospitals trying to find Crystal, but she's not at any of them. Jukebox says she has somebody she might be able to find out some information from. She's talking about Detective Garcia. Kanan says he's gonna go talk to Snaps and Pop. Whenever Marvin's knocking on doors, somebody gets shot. But with the address he got from that school faculty member, he found his way over to Amber's house. The foster parents answer the door and tell Marvin that Amber's not there. But then you can hear Amber screaming, "Uncle Marvin," from upstairs. So Marvin pushes his way past them, goes upstairs, finds a locked door, kicks that open, and finds Amber and a little baby standing there looking messy. The foster father charges Marvin with a bat. Marvin takes him out. The foster mother tries to run, she gets dead also. Marvin tells Amber he'll check up on her later, tells her to tell the police that it was 2 white boys with tattoos. And what's been going on in that house that the gunshots and the murder didn't bother her or that baby one bit? Meanwhile, Jukebox meets up with Detective Garcia to see if he knows anything about Crystal. He shows her a picture of Crystal's body. He says to Jukebox, "Sorry for your loss, but now you owe me."
Ain't the first time you said you want back in.
Lou tells Rock he wants back in. He's got no distractions anymore. Rock's having a hard time believing it. He tells her he's good, he's a dragon slayer. And she tells him, well, if you're a dragon slayer, we go into the dragon's lair. Kanan goes to see Snap and Pop to find out if they know anything about Crystal. Pop says maybe she just wanted to leave New York, knowing that she killed her. Then Snaps tells him it's a coincidence that you're here because we were going to reach out. We heard back from our NYPD friends about Famous.
It was your mother's son.
Pop says your mother sent dirty police to kill your friend, and Kanan's at a point right now that he believes anybody that's not his mother. The last scene is Unique at the tailor shop. Rock and Lou walk in.
We need to talk.
It ends with the song Smiling Faces playing in the background.
Player, I mean, yeah. Games that you playing, I seen. The chance that I'm taking, I mean, these things that I'm saying, I'm sorry. I don't even know what I really need. I don't even know if you're feeling me.